Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to another episode review where we are going to be looking at Astebreed over on the PS4. And for anyone who is not aware, this is of course a PC port of Astebreed which came out a couple of years prior over on PC. And the PS4 version is more or less a upscale remake of the original game. A lot of little things have been changed, mainly with some new cutscenes, some new better texturing, some more action happening in the background, and overall a lot of little touches that really make it one of the superior version of Astebreed you can get compared to the PC version. A lot of it is very small touches that go a long way adding more to the game itself. And the main upgrade here is of course under controls. The PC version was mainly known for having some iffy controls and a lot of key binding issues. And of course the PS4 pretty much rectified all that in one clean swoop. But you do have the ability to flip back to the original PC version if you're interested in actually trying out the controls. And honestly, does make the game a lot harder. On the rearranged side of the HD remake here is of course the combat is a little more cleaner and honestly have become a little bit more easier. The game is not hard by any means, especially in a range mode, but it does have a few bosses near the end of the game where the difficulty fight go up dramatically and really will test your skill as a mech pilot in this board held shmup. And of course, with it being a shmup, we all know the number one draw to these types of games is of course the score attack and how many points you can get and getting the best combos. And Astebreed do not disappoint in its front, with the game itself having a set style gameplay made up of mechanics that you will have from beginning to the end, with your normal attack being just random laser. You of course have your special abilities, which is mainly destroy everything around you or teleport across the screen attacking certain enemies. And then you of course also have your sword, which you can actually deflect bullets of certain quarters. Not all of them can be reflected by the sword, but we will come back to that in a moment. And of course you do also have your lock-on, and your lock-ons are made up of two types of lock-on. One will actually lock on with everything around you, and other is designed for pinpoint accuracy to only certain enemy and freely moving your reticle to attack what you want to attack. But coming back to the sword now, is of course, the sword is extremely overpowered and will make the game a lot easier for you, especially since, like I stated, it has the ability to suck up certain ammo, which in return will level up your superpowers that you have in your mech. But it comes down to one thing here. It makes the game easier, but actually hurts you in the long run if you are gore chasing here. Since every time you use your sword, you might get a bonus to your ultra ability, but your multiplier will actually go down. And the multiplier as well will go down whenever you're not actually killing things. So it becomes a nice little balance act of using the sword to get special ability to kill more enemy, or just killing enemy normally to get more points. Also kind of add to the scale of making the game a little more easier for newbies that are coming into the genre. And as the genre itself, as a board held game, this game take great liberty in touching upon many different types of bullet hells. Might it be more top down, may it be left to right, 3-dimension. It pretty much touch on a lot of stuff, and the gameplay is constantly always changing, any if the skills that you have at your fingertips never change. And in return, it keeps the combat really fresh and interesting, and really adds lots of point at odd to just admire what the game itself is doing with how it handles bosses and the scale of combat. But on the downside of this is of course the game itself is not that long by any means. You're looking at maybe an hour at most your full playthrough, depending on difficult setting you're playing on, because you only have easy and normal to start off, but you do unlock more difficult setting as you beat higher version of the setting. And then of course we come down to the story. The story itself is mainly the biggest downfall of this game, but honestly, at the end of the day, how many people are playing Smut for its story is, of course, here, since this is a Japanese indie game, all the voiceover is, of course, in Japanese with subtitles. The problem that comes from this is most of the cutscenes happen during combat, and how hectic the combat actually is, it comes super difficult to keep up with what is happening around you. You can, of course, turn these off and only get cutscenes between missions with some new anime style cutscenes, but honestly, it's a lot of context that is missing because maybe you don't have the cutscene turned on for in battle, or just not able to keep up with what is happening in the story as you fighting hundreds of enemies. So in return, the story just come across confusing and honestly just pointless. And then again, like I said, why play a Smut if you are playing it for the story? The main reason to play the game is, of course, the score attack, which you have plenty of options, might be chasing Flynn, Global, and so on. So deep down, Astebreed is great at what it does, but if you're not a fan of these styles of game, you might not get as much enjoyment out of it than you would if you are in depth into what the genre is. With that said though, if you love Bullet Hell and Smut, this is an absolute game to check out, and honestly feel like a love letter in a lot of ways to what the type of game is. So overall, I give Astebreed on the PS4 a 4 out of 5.